Hello and welcome back to Random Librarian, the channel here on YouTube. Is that how we introduce now? I don't know. We're in a bit of a blue mood today because I wanted to talk about one of my favorite ways to listen to audiobooks, which is Libro FM, and they have kind of a blue teal logo, so that's what's going on here. I feel like this might stain my eyes, but it's a moment. We're doing it. I am dedicated to this. Okay, so Libro FM specifically, I want to give you a little bit of an introduction to who they are, their mission, the ways in which they support and uplift your local indie booksellers, which is very, very cool. And I also want to talk a bit about their advanced listening program that is open to librarians, teachers, and like influencers, people with a platform. And that's how I have joined it. So I'm leaving a little bit of space over here because I am going to be using the screen recording function on my phone. And I think that would be the perfect place to just have it going, which I did in a previous video about Libby, I believe. So that's the plan for this video. So to start off, Libro FM, it's libro.fm is their website. They say we have the same audiobooks, the same price with a different story because it makes it possible for you to buy audiobooks directly through your local bookstore, which is great. And you can get started for free. I think you get one audiobook for free, and then it is $14.99 a month if you do it through their system. So this is a great option if you use other kinds of things like Audible. They also have a whole section on their website that was dedicated recently, I believe it was a blog post, to the drawbacks of using Audible exclusive books, because it does have an effect on your local libraries and your local booksellers. Libraries specifically, because if you're not able to get that audiobook through something like Libby or in a physical form through your library, then you're less likely to use your library and you're more likely to give Amazon more money, which they don't need because they already have a monopoly. Read the post because it is much more detailed and evidence-based than what I just said, but that's kind of the gist for my perspective because, you know, librarian. You can listen on your terms is how they phrase it, because you can do a la carte listening, so you can purchase individual books at a time without having a membership, and that means like if you're maybe less of an audiobook person, but there's one specific thing that you really want to listen to that you heard is great. For example, I really enjoyed listening to Tom Hanks narrate The Dutch House, so that could be a reason that you want to get one audiobook and not a whole membership, a monthly membership. They also have audiobook gifts, so you can gift 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months of audiobook listening to a friend or a family member through Libro FM, which I think would make a stellar gift. You can also have your monthly membership, which I already talked about, and then they do offer an audiobook switch. So they encourage you to leave behind Audible, and if you use the code SWITCH when you join Libro FM, you get 2 audiobooks for the price of 1 as your first like welcome gift. They also have a lot of great resources on their site. Right now, the main collection that they're featuring is anti-racism books, ways to self-educate with audiobooks about racism and anti-racism, and to amplify Black voices, which is wonderful. We need more companies that are more like Libro FM in this regard. And yeah, so that's kind of their homepage, which I didn't screen record because I feel like I did a good enough job explaining it. Let me know if you agree. They also feature all of their bestsellers, which right now is very exciting because The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett is #1, How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi is #2, and Mexican Gothic by Silvia Moreno Garcia is #3. And those are just stunning. Stunning books. I have a whole video about Mexican Gothic and doing the makeup and must-reads for that, so check that out. Yeah, and now I'm all the way down at the bottom. There's still more good information, ways to support Black-owned bookstores, author interviews, new releases, monthly audiobook bestsellers from their blog. Yeah, this scrolls for a while. Okay, well, good, great, love it. So how it works is you create your free account, and that part of that sign up process you choose the independent bookstore that you want to support with your purchases. Buying the audiobook through Libro.fm does split the profit between Libro.fm, the seller, and the bookstore that you choose. They have that partnership, which is good. Then step 2, you can find your first audiobook, and I believe you have to search on your computer, and then it gets transferred to wherever you listen to, whether that is directly from your computer or onto your phone and the Libro.fm app. That is kind of something that I do find interesting when compared to other audiobook things that I use, audiobook sellers, audiobook listening platforms. The one that I have the direct comparison to is the Volumes app from Penguin Random House, because they also have a librarian early listening program that I cannot for the life of me remember how I accessed. So there is going to be a video in there somewhere as soon as I can figure out how to give you guys access to the application form. Excuse me, bangs. To the application form that I filled out. But for the moment I have no idea where it is. But their search engine compatibility is much more seamless because everything happens in the app. I don't think they have a website that you can use that way. So it's just interesting. The options that they give here are bookseller picks, bestsellers, and sale audiobooks, which is good. And the other day, the memoir Rabbit was on sale for $2. So if that is still happening, go snatch it up because that book is wow. Recommended by Ladies Getting Lit on Instagram and seconded by myself, thirded by Anna, and my mom put it down because it was too heavy, but it's really good. Step 3 is, again, listen as you would like, and then step 4 is download the Libro.fm app. So that is something I'm going to start screen recording now. Okay, so once you've gone through and selected the books that you're going to have on your phone, you have access to all of the different books that you've downloaded, or the ones that you've purchased, and then once they're in your phone, you can download them. So, for example, a book that I very much want to start listening to is, let's go with Sex and Vanity by Kevin Kwan, because I have been listening to some heavier things through Libby, and this feels like it will be a nice, fun, hopefully quicker read. So from here, you can hit download audiobook, of course, and it will start downloading. It does take quite a while, and these can take up a lot of space on your phone, so I would recommend just downloading the ones that you know you're going to listen to immediately, because, yeah, I mean, I've had my phone be like, you have no more space for any pictures, Bookstagram is over, you're not allowed to use this. So that is something that, you know, I would recommend. Anyways, so as that downloads, that is what puts it onto your device. We have these 3 folders across the top. That is the recent, which is recently downloaded. A through Z obviously gets things put in alphabetical order, and then your downloaded file. So this will have the 3 books that I have downloaded right now stamped from the beginning, which I'm just listening to on a loop because there's a lot of information and it's important to know. The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune, which is very, very fun. That one is involving real-life superheroes and their superfan and his fan fiction that he writes about these real-life superheroes. And wow, he's just such a lovable, goofy character, and his wonderful very queer group of friends crack me up. I love them so much. Then we have Girl Serpent Thorn, which I'm slowly making my way through again because I read it in January and absolutely loved it, and I've been recommending it ever since. So listening to it has been a real treat. And now I have Sex and Vanity by Kevin Kwan. So to get into this, as you can see, I'm currently listening to The Extraordinaries. So if I click on The Extraordinaries, it gives you the whole explanation, the bio of the book, a bigger version of the cover. When you play audiobook, you can play the audiobook. Here you can see all the different ways that you can listen and how quickly you can have the playback speed. You can go up to 3.5, which I have not tried because I feel like that would be too fast for me. But I tend to listen around 2 to, like if I'm listening to it without headphones, I listen to it like 1.5, 2 to 2.5 if I have headphones in and want to just like get through a story. And then you can move back and forth. There are bookmarks. Something I don't love is that it's tracks and not chapters. So the tracks can be a grouping of chapters that makes it much harder to kind of bounce around and remember where you are. Although it does give you the percentage, which I appreciate, so I can keep track of it on Goodreads. So that is that. Now, if we're going to talk about the librarian ALCs. So we are currently in August, and I had better get this up while August is still happening so that that can be true. So they will send you an email with a link to all of the different books that are available for advanced listening in August. So here we are. This is that page. And you can invite other librarians to join this program by sharing the link librofm/ALC-program. So here you can filter the audiobooks however you would like. Normally I just go through all of the pages because at most I think I've seen them have 3 or 4 pages of audiobooks at a time. Here is one that I think is just been added, Black Bottom Saints, and I have heard great things about this so far. It says coming soon. So I'm just gonna scroll so you can kind of see what the book is about and see how this page works. So if we scroll back to the top, you can pre-order now, so that puts it in my cart. And then I'm gonna head back to the other place so that I can show you a little bit about the bookseller picks. I have already downloaded You Had Me at Ola because this one has gotten already just so much love. As you can see, I purchased it a day ago. So the bookseller recommendation is something that I do put a lot of stock in because, you know, you gotta trust your local booksellers and hopefully your local librarians as well. So there we go. And I'm very picky about my romance books, so I have high hopes and I'm going to try my best not to be overly picky. Really, I promise, I try. So then that's how that works. I have the there's so many good books every month. If we're gonna go into the cart, which I have one book in currently. So as you can see, retail, it is $31, complimentary because it was from the August ALC program. Order summary, then you hit checkout. From here, it goes directly to your app if you have the app downloaded. This one, I believe, since it's a pre-order, it will show up in my account on August 18th. And that's that. So if you want to join the ALC program, I have the link open here. It's complimentary audiobooks for educators, librarians, booksellers, media reviewers, and influencers. So this is audiobook listening copy or an ALC. I just assumed it was advanced listening copy because ARCs are advanced reading copies, but whatever. So these are complimentary audiobooks and you'll get a mix of new and upcoming audiobook releases each month. So before you get access to the ALCs, you do need to create your free listening account, your LibreFM account, and that can be done by completing the form below. It's on my screen over here. So as I mentioned, they'll be redeemed each month, and you get the email letting you know when new ALCs are available. Usually that's the last day of the preceding month or the first day of the month that the books are uploaded for. So here you go. This is how you will request access. You choose what category you fall under, your organization if you're a librarian or a teacher, Instagram link, Twitter link, Facebook link, YouTube link, website blog link, all optional, and you can add a message if you want, and that is optional as well. Submit a request. When I did it, I believe they got back to me extremely quickly, but who knows? Maybe they're taking long, a little bit longer right now if they're getting a lot of requests. I don't really know, but that is that. So yeah, that is Libro FM. I think it's an amazing app. If we're going to talk about some of the books that I have listened to and loved the most through this, back in my library, there's the little, oh shoot, I should have definitely shown this. We're going to have a second screen recording, folks. So, we are back in my homepage, which is the library button on the far lower left. Then up here at the top where there is search folder, there's also a different folder. So you can select a different folder and show the ones that you have finished. So for example, these top 3 blew my mind. These are 3 of the best audiobooks I have ever listened to. I loved the stories, so they're also just very good 5-star reads from me. Mexican Gothic has its own thing on my channel. I should probably make one for You Should See Me in a Crowd, for You Should See Me in a Crown, and for A Song Below Water, because they were both incredible. This is my downloaded and listened to folder, and I was very obsessed with all of them. So that is a very quick overview. Could have been probably quicker if someone else had done it, but this is my version of a very quick overview for Libro FM. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will put the different links to the Libro FM How It Works page, the application for the ALC program if you are a librarian, a bookseller, a influencer, an educator, anything that kind of falls under those categories that they offer this program to. And please leave me your favorite audiobooks down below, because I have become very much an audiobook person. I was more of a podcast person, but when my phone was telling me that I had to get rid of some stuff or I wouldn't be able to take pictures anymore because I was downloading too many audiobooks, I had to pick between audiobooks and podcasts, and audiobooks won out. Although if we could make Audiobookstagram more of a thing, that would be really appreciated, because I have taken some very pretty pictures about the Libro FM books that I have read. I will show you. I have taken some of my favorite pictures on my feed, and they do not get many likes. For example, this is Mexican Gothic we were just talking about. Under 100 likes. Why? Then Liz Lady, You Should See Me in a Crown. Just over 100 likes. Why? Rude. Then this one I think actually might be one of the best photos I've ever taken. A Song Below Water. With like the best waves breaking, sunset happening. 104 likes. I don't get it. But, you know, it makes me happy, so I'm just gonna keep posting Audiobookstagram reviews and hopefully making it more of a thing. And even if it isn't more of a thing, it makes me happy, and that's what matters. So, I never really know how to end these things. I say that every time, but I think most of you have dropped off by this point. If you're still here, thank you so much. Normally I would say a happy reading until the next time we meet, but I guess this time it's happy listening? Okay, bye.